Welcome to the PlaySlots4RealMoney podcast. I am here with Alexander. We've seen a lot of turbulence over the past couple of weeks with Google, but no confirmed update. Have you been seeing the fluctuations that I've been seeing?
To be honest, in the last couple of weeks, probably not that much. But in terms of Google in general, there is something that I've started noticing lately. Um, a lot more AI generated summaries, AI generated snippets, and that's interesting because I don't necessarily know what to make of it. In a sense, I think in one of the discussions we had before, we kind of touched upon that, where like AIing, so to speak, the entire search would kind of take away the incentive from people to create content, even legitimate, truthful content, because why would you want to do that if people don't visit your site, don't see the content, don't see the page, they just see the AI summary? So, um, on one hand, it is kind of that, but just this morning, I was curious enough to kind of do some exploratory testing with that. And I noticed that a lot of, like the AI summary pops up on searches that are kind of if you're looking for a recipe, if you're looking
Yes.
for a description, I don't know, of a supplement, so these kind of common knowledge things that are that kind of have one correct answer. So, I mean, even recipe probably is not a good example because you could make like several thousand types of cheesecake and they're all different. So, but I guess if you're looking to know the properties of zinc or magnesium, then it will definitely be an AI summary. So at the moment, I don't see this affecting any kind of money making pages unless somebody's making money off of pages like that. But I don't think they would have been directly. It's not something you could directly monetize. But of course, you can monetize the traffic that you might potentially lose because people get the answer before they end up on your website.
Yeah, because they have the little link that you can click, but it's really not. Um, in, there's no incentive for the person to click the link when you could just
Yeah, yeah.
Google
If
it.
you got the answer, and that's about it. But if going over to like the iGaming side of it, I tried to bring up, like I tried to summon the AI summary for gambling related terms, and it did not pop up. So I mean, at least it didn't get there yet. So if you're looking for things about a casino, about a specific casino, about different casinos, about the only case where it would pop up with a summary quite reliably is if you're looking up rules for a given game, like for a given table game, poker rules, roulette rules, and stuff like that in terms of casinos. And in terms of betting, if you're looking to uh, kind of descriptions of types of bets, especially like kind of the complicated horse racing ones, then then you'd get the summaries. But I personally don't lose much from that, so maybe somebody does. But again, those aren't really the pages that people value the most. So other kinds of search terms, I think they're kind of safe from that, at least for now.
That's good insight. That's definitely good insight. I mean, I have a couple pages that I'm ranking for question terms, but they're on page two, three. They don't get
Mm.
any traffic. So, it's the AI overview is it's good. I mean, Google does do a good job with it, I think. It just really is for those queries, I think it really just it messes with the publisher and it forces people to get out of the business. I think that's what's happening. You're seeing less and less people publishing content.
Yeah, in a way, it's difficult to say whether that's good or bad because it's it might be just different because again, the things that are opinionated things where experience matters, they probably can't be, even per Google's own terms, they can't be generated with AI, right? So, I mean, by the guidelines that they use, if it's something related to personal experience, health, money, etc., then you can't generate that with AI, even if it's a summary. So I think that they probably stay clear from that. Some content will stop getting published, and I think that might be beneficial for some people at the end of the day because, well, you get less noise. You just get less noise, which might be good. And for me, at the moment, I didn't see that happening, at least by the looks of how much people reach out and like to publish their stuff as guest posts. That didn't seem to drop. Uh, Early to say, but if if somebody goes out of business, I guess that's how it goes. You know, like I mean, the ice carriers, they all went out of business when fridges came around.
Yeah, it's a good analogy. Just a question about when you do your site maps, do you include the ones that are no follow, or do you go out of your way and put in the plugin or put in the code so that it's not on the site map?
You mean the links, or like if I
Yeah.
have no follow? I very rarely have no follow links. Um, I think almost never. There are some cases where I would put that, but it's mostly because I actually don't want uh I don't want to be associated with whatever I'm linking to. But if it's like if it's a post that I write for myself for my website, I don't know, it could be something like top 10 highest paid Dallas Cowboys players, right? Then all the links in that on that page would be do follow. Um, because they're two good sources, legitimate sources, and same goes for even the sponsored content. I know there's a practice that you kind of do the do follow link. That's the paid one, and the rest is no follow.
Yes.
But I just see that as a red flag saying, hey, this is paid. So in reality, I don't see how I would benefit from that if like say my native posts have all the do follow links and then you'd have these with no follow links. I prefer to for them to match up. So yeah, very rarely it's a no follow link for me.
Now, do you use a specific folder like Go or Visit to put your affiliate links in so they're just more organized, or do you just have your affiliate links linked to the banners and stuff?
No, I use like a cloaking thing. I didn't at some point, which it didn't really have any effect on SEO, but it just at some point somebody tells you, "Hey, you know what? It's new. Here's a new link," and then I have to try and find all the pages where I used it. So I just used now I use a cloaking thing, so it's like slash go to and the brand name, and that's about it.
But you're keeping the stuff that you cloak in your sitemap, right?
Yeah.
All right. That's what I'm experimenting with. I'm taking out a lot of those links out of the sitemap, and quite few actually, because I have a lot of affiliate links going there. So we'll see how it goes.
What do you expect of this?
I expect the to crawl better. I expect it to get it to rank other pages better. The ones with that I've updated the content. I'm expecting that they rank better overall from this, just because it's a more cleaner sitemap.
Hmm. Yeah, I suppose that does make sense. So yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to see what comes out of that eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, last time you also mentioned that you were kind of doing something with a PBN provider. How did that go?
Well, it's one is PBN, and this other one is the niche edits.
Niche
So
edits, yes, yes, yes.
the niche edits is a lot more powerful. I can I can't even stress how much more powerful it is. PBNs, the way it used to work, they were great, but now just some of these niche links are just have such authority that they really get the website going. Um, so from just all the data that I've collected over the past however long, I have to say that niche edits are definitely superior to private blog networks.
And what about the cost of it? Is it comparable?
Not really. You're going to be paying a lot more for niche edits.
Mm.
See, that's the
And
thing.
yeah, yeah, go
It,
ahead.
it's not even, it's really not even comparable because niche edits are, the good links are a lot more expensive. You could get tons of PBN links for a couple $100 that are casino related. Our subject is casino, but they just have no authority. And even though you're linking from different IPs, it just doesn't work and have the same effect that it did years ago. So I've come to the conclusion PBNs are dead, for lack of better words. That's what
Yeah, I
I.
mean that's a fair statement, I believe.
Yeah, but niche edits out there are still rocking. I can tell you that
Mm.
much.
And in
I
terms of yeah, one thing about niche edits, how do you think if how do you think that would translate to a different geo or to a different region? Do you, like if you'd have to estimate that?
I don't know. I'm not sure how it would translate to a different region. I just focus on the U.S. really.
Mm.
The only other regions that come are just some English speaking countries like Australia, for example. So I don't know.
What about Canada?
Canada, I do get some traffic from, but probably more Australian,
Mm.
but not anything really, nothing significant at all.
Yeah,
The way that
that's
my
interesting
site's
because
designed, that is really focused on U.S. content and just focusing on that U.S. player. Um, Even breaking it down state by state. Um, that's how pretty much that's my approach. I've had other websites, Canada and stuff before, but I found the player value just in general is not as good as the US.
that's interesting. Because like, yeah, I mean, I have this Canadian website where the player value, but again, it's all in comparison. So let's say the other two websites where I actually get depositors are India and Nigeria. So you can imagine what the difference is like
Yes.
in terms of the player value. But so with US, the thing that you're doing, like breaking it down state by state, um, how does that look like? So do you have if you'd have like a mind map of the website, so is it like a section that goes in saying like what the operators are in a given state and then goes drills down into individual operators?
It exactly that, but it starts going from the online operators and then to the land-based casinos.
Mm,
So, yeah, each is just its own directory, and it goes directly to the online and then land.
mm. And if you'd have to like have a curve of which kind of page gets usually the most visitors, like organic ones, like at which level do you get most of them?
State,
At state level. So
yes.
just like something that tells people on the regulation, like regulatory stuff, or like the operators for the state.
No, just more generic keywords like Delaware, casino, real money, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some of those are excellent to rank for, and they convert.
Yeah, it's interesting. And but what for example, this keyword, the Delaware casino real money, does it go to like what's the content on the page like?
It starts with the online sites, and then
Mm,
going down. It goes to the land casinos. And it also tells
okay.
about the regulation of the state. It goes into detail about the history of the laws in the state, and that's how the pages are structured.
And that's all one page.
Yes, Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So it's kind of